9 hours, 0 minutes. Rita's head thuds down, then bounces off the top of the container and drops onto the ground. It rolls over the salt pan for several feet before coming to a rest next to the body it was connected to a few seconds ago. Her dead open eyes stare out toward the appalled and shocked Americans. "Sweet Jesus," Jim says. Nevada's screams become hysterical. Sophia slaps her hard across the face. Her screams turn into sobs. Sophia hugs her. Books disappears into the container, then returns with a sheet of tarpaulin and lays the sheet over the bloody mess. Nevada, in between huge gulps of air, chants, "Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!" "It's gonna be okay. Listen to me. We're gonna be okay," Sophia comforts her. Nevada takes deep breaths and nods at Sophia. Her lips tremble. She can't bring herself to look at the dead body. "You still think this is some fucking TV show?" Matt yells at Lloyd. Lloyd talks to himself. She grabbed it. It just yanked it from me, right out of my hands." "What are you saying, Lloyd?" You guys all saw that. You all saw what happened, right?" "It was hard to fucking miss," screams Matt. "She attacked me. I was just standing there, and she attacked me. You all saw that, right?" "Nice work, lawyer, blaming her while her blood's still wet. Real classy," Matt says. "I'm just stating what happened. That's all. You guys witnessed everything. She was in the wrong. I'm not taking any responsibility for this." "You son of a bitch," Sophia yells. "Look, she was the aggressor all the way." Lloyd turns the palms of his hands upwards in a defensive measure. "Really? Over a can of Coke? It was a Diet Coke. She attacked me for a fucking brand. Who gives a shit what it was? She's dead. Don't you get it?" Sophia shakes her head. "Hey, it was an accident, just an accident." Matt taps his collar. "Yeah, right, Lloyd. Good old American workmanship never fails." Wild, Lloyd launches himself at Matt and takes him down. They land on top of Rita's body and grapple and roll around, like two school kids fighting in the playground. Their flailing bodies cause Rita's blood to ooze out from under the tarpaulin. Its dark red color changes to bright pink as the blood mixes with the ground's white salt grains. Some of the Americans try to break up the fight. It's a tangled mess of sweat, dust, and Rita's blood. Book steps into the fray and, with great ease, pulls the fighting pair apart. He throws Lloyd and Matt in opposite directions. The skirmish ends. "You are fucking crazy, man," Matt shouts. "You think? Duh!" Lloyd brushes himself down. "This whole situation is fucking crazy." "Both of you! Shut it and show some goddamn respect," Sophia yells. "Yeah, you guys, we gotta calm it way down." Jedi walks over to the container. "We all need to think real smart now. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but before someone else gets killed, you guys have to stop acting like pig-headed fuckwits. Understand?" Sophia says. Matt looks sheepish. Lloyd just shrugs. "Ain't nothing to think about. We're dead meat walking if we can't get rid of the jewelry," Cutter says. "I'm working on it." Jedi picks up an M16 from one of the gun racks. "Until then, we got everything we need here." "What for? Starting World War III? Matt eyes the M16. "The way I figure it, we're in a game. A brutal one, but just a game. And these," Jedi tosses the machine gun at Matt, "belong to the players." Matt reluctantly catches the weapon. "Kid? Yeah? These things ain't virtual." Books backs up Jedi. "I think the kid's right. This could be showtime." "Whoa there, Kimosabe. You agree with Boy Wonder?" Lloyd says. "Maybe." Sophia, worried, asks, "How much, maybe?" "I'm guessing, but there'll be other teams out there, like us." "But nothing?" Lloyd aghast. "Then we're dead men walking. We're already down to 9. He stabs his finger and points around the group. "We got a geek kid who's just been weaned off his mom's tit, the unfunniest comedian in the world, 2 princesses, and pension plan Jim over there." "You're insane," Sophia says. You think, lady? Excuse me, but I have yet to see anything that shows me we're ready for some fucking kill or be killed game thing here. So count me out. Big fucking time. Well, fuck you then, Matt says. Right back at you, frat boy. Matt and Lloyd glower at each other. Options, people? Sophia asks. We've got 2, Book says. So go ahead, son, Jim says. Books offers. The way I see it, we either wait here with our fingers stuck up our asses, or we get proactive about the situation. Take the initiative. So I'm suggesting now's a good time to get the hell out of here. You're talking my language, Matt says. Books continues. Anyone got any relevant experience? Military, anything? Duck hunting, some, Nevada says. College paintball. I played a couple games. I really got blasted, Jedi offers. Man, those plastic bullets really sting. Matt is underwhelmed. Anyone else? Flower arranging? Origami? Stamp collecting? I did my internship with the DEA, Sophia says. Okay, and... Matt asks. And I looked after the canines, Sophia trails off. They were German shepherds, she adds. Matt laughs. Hey, smartass, I did the gun thing too. Sophia turns to Cutter and Jim. What about you guys? Street stuff. You know, the Detroit delinquent highway to nowhere, Cutter says. U.S. Rangers, 1945 to 47, Jim says. Omaha? Books asks. Jim nods. Books nods back with a look of respect and realization at Jim's past military credentials. And you, Books? What about you? Jim asks. Books steps into the container. His actions speak for him. He unclips an M16 from a gun rack and checks it over. The man knows his way around a high-caliber weapon. I'd leave that alone. Looks like government property to me. You're most likely breaking federal law, Lloyd says. Well, it's ours now, Books replies. Then I want nothing to do with this. You chicken shit, Sophia glares at Lloyd. Real mature. It's called self-preservation. I prefer dying to be my second option. Lloyd steps away from his fellow Americans. He sits down in the shade, then leans against the container. Go Team Lloyd, all for one and one for one, Matt says. Lloyd raises a finger on each hand at Matt. Hey, comedian, why don't you eat some new shit for breakfast? 'Cause your mouth sure needs a break from all that old crap that keeps coming out of it. Guys, enough! Zip it! Sophia turns to Books. We need to get out of here before these two end up killing each other. Matt watches Books go into the container and picks up a pair of binoculars, and he calls over to him. We leave in the Humvee, right, Books? Yup, but first we need a lookout. Books tosses the binoculars to Jim and nods toward the top of the container. You'll see better up there. Sure thing. Jim makes a move toward the container door. Sophia's already there. Cat-like, she scrambles up the inside of the door and steps onto the container's roof. She reassures a concerned-looking Jim. I got this. Well, okay, but you be careful up there. Jim throws the binoculars up to her. Here. Jedi tosses up a bottle of water. Sophia catches them both deftly. She walks along the container's roof, stops, then methodically scans the entire white vista. Book steps back into the container. Matt and Cutter follow him. We need these vehicles out of here, fueled up and loaded up. Then we get going, Books orders. Music to my ears, Matt says. He watches Cutter pick up 2 evil-looking combat knives. Hey, didn't your mom ever tell you not to play with knives? My mom knew dick shit. Cutter straps a knife to each leg. Well, okay then. Books stands up by the bikes. Any takers? Matt eyes the trail bike like it's a long-lost friend. He hops on it and starts it, then revs the bike hard. He smiles in appreciation of the din he's creating. He strokes the KTM's tank and talks to himself. Now, who's your daddy? He lets out the clutch and hurtles the bike out of the container, causing Books and Cutter to jump clear. Motherfucker! Cutter shouts after him. Matt picks up speed and pops a wheelie. He twitches the throttle, keeps the front wheel up, then plants it back down after 200 yards. He talks to himself again. Okay, Books, let's see if you're solid. He yanks on the rear brake. The bike's back wheel skids and twitches, and its frame judders as it decelerates to a near halt. Matt leans over, stamps a foot on the ground, pivots, and flicks the dirt bike around 180 degrees. He throttles it up again, then races back to the container at full speed. Book steps out of the container. Matt spots him and heads straight for him. Book stands firm. Just in time, Matt slams on the brakes and puts the KTM into a violent 30-yard skid. The bike's momentum still pushes it forward, and the machine stops only inches from Book's. "Having fun?" Books asks. Matt gives Books an apologetic but respectful grin. "How'd you know I was going to stop in time?" Books reaches over the KTM's handlebars and presses the stop button. The engine cuts out. "You just ride the bike, Matt, okay?" "Anytime. Books, don't be shy in asking now." Books hands Matt an Uzi machine gun in a "you're fucking with the wrong guy" kind of way. Unlike Books, Jedi's impressed with Matt and runs up to him, then pats him on the back. "Owned it, dude." "Yeah, right, kid. I'm a walking metal miracle." He unzips his uniform and reveals massive shoulder and chest scars. "Christ, how come?" "Past life. 3 years with Team Ducati." "Professional?" Semi. "How'd you do?" "Best bike wreck of the season and the most titanium implants my surgeon ever did." He zips his uniform back up. "Never did like riding in the rain. Mind you, shouldn't be a problem today." Book shouts up to Sophia. "Anything?" "Not a Starbucks in sight." Book smiles to himself. He thinks, cute reply.